Cabildo, to have a chance to play the Jazz Museum on the occasion of releasing my very first jazz record, which was produced by Shamar Allen. So thanks for being here this evening for that as well. I got a great band with me, and going to start with a song I wrote with my friend John Boutte. The band's going to... their fiddle's going. Oh. Missing the drummer. That's all right. I had him when I left the back.
I think he needs to be introduced. It's in his contract.
It's in his contract that he must be introduced before he can appear. The legendary Herman LeBeau on drums, y'all. Give him a hand. On the bass guitar, we have Jason Jerzak. The amazing Russell Welsh on the acoustic guitar. Megan Swartz on the piano, y'all. Let me start this one bravado, fellas. Come check out the scene and see what I mean about the stew called New Orleans. It's a gumbo pot for sure. It is and it ain't, and it's so much more. Now don't take a pass, this could be a gas. This stew called New Orleans. From the very young to the very old, it's a town where the good times roll. This stew called New Orleans. Don't forget to bring your greens to this stew called New Orleans. Now, I'm not the first, and I won't be the last to say or to have it said. I'm New Orleans born, New Orleans bred, and when I die, I'll be New Orleans dead. And if I do, and you should hear the news, don't you waste any time. Find the Eureka Brass Band, Mr. Furbo's on horn, and get me to a second line in this stew called New Orleans. Don't forget to bring your greens to this stew called New Orleans. Come check out the scene and see what I mean about the stew called New Orleans. There's a place where we can meet, like the song said, down on Frenchman Street. And if that groove makes you wanna move, don't you waste any time. Find the hot beat brass band, Shamar on horn, and get me to a second line. Maybe Leroy Jones, Shorty and his trombone could get you to a second line. See if Matt Perrine or Mr. Gregory Klein will get you to a second line. And even if there's heat, Glenn David's fine, he'll get you to a second line in this stew called New Orleans. Don't forget to bring your greens to this stew called New Orleans. Yeah, I'm talking about a stew called New Orleans. I'm talking about a stew called New Orleans. Thanks very much, y'all. This is a song I wrote with my friend Carmela Rapazzo over here. She produced my record, The Best Bards Know, came out in August. Written with her and the great John Rankin. It's called Alone in Paris. I know the G, sir.
Alone in Paris?
Yeah. Right? Isn't that next? Yeah.
Same old sunset.
No. The set list is this here. Sorry. Ready? It always seems so special as I stroll every street, a heady perfume in the air. My heart would skip a beat, but still there's something missing. Je ne peux pas sentir ses charmes. It may be bold, but truth be told, I need you in my arms. I was alone in Paris, splendor all around. The sights and sounds of Paris are my playground. Postcards to you from Paris, wishing you were here. Days bring ennui in Paris without you, dear. This city of lights would feel so right if I had you kissing me tonight. My heart like the Seine and the Saint-Germain are changed when I can't call your name. But here I am in Paris, and for you I long. I dream of you in Paris is my love song. City of lights would feel so right if I had you kissing me tonight. My heart like the Seine and the Saint-Germain are changed when I can't call your name. But here I am in Paris, and for you I long. I dream of you in Paris is my love song. Paris est chanson d'amour. Thanks very much, y'all. Russell Welsh and Megan Schwartz playing those so well. I put out a CD in June that was just me on acoustic guitar. I recorded it on my iPhone. I was in a hurry. Then I put out one in August that Carmela produced, beautiful, with strings and some arrangements that Herman, by the way, was just praising backstage. And then I put out one in, last week that Shamar Allen produced, which is jazz. And some friends have said, why are you putting out 3Ds in the space of 6 months? Why not hold on to them until next year? And I said, man, I turned 66 in November. Who knows what next year brings? I got music to get in the world. I'm going to get it in the world. So I hope y'all like it. And on that note, this is a song from the new album. It's called Age is Just a Number. Age is just a number of things you never ever thought would be happening. Years keep rolling by like a river in spring. Yes, age is just a number of things. Age is just a number of things. Time is like a movie we can't borrow or lend. We sit in the darkness and we try and pretend. The screen fills up with broken hearts and lovers and friends. Yes, time's a film you don't want to end. Time's a film you won't want to end. The clock on the wall hears it all, but can't say what he's heard. Your heart unlocks as it ticks and tocks and winds down without so much as a word. Age is just a number of times you were right and times you were wrong on a lonely night. Hold on to someone, but don't hold them too tight, because age is just a number of flights. Age is just a number of flights. Russell Wells. The clock on the wall hears it all, but can't say what he's heard. Your heart unlocks as it ticks and tocks and winds down without so much as a word. Age is just a number that hangs from a silver string. Yes, age is just a number of things. Age is just a number of things. Age is just a number of things. This is a song called Hurricane Party, y'all. Back when I was a young fella, you could have hurricane parties, and you didn't have to run for your life as much as you do now. So this is one of those occasions. It got a little crazy, but two of the guys in the song are still friends of mine, so it turned out all right. We had a little party, me and my friends. A hurricane was coming to New Orleans again. Somebody brought scotch, somebody brought beer. I should have kept the hooch and thrown them out of here. A friendly game, a penny a hand. Smoke a cigar, act like a man. Waiting for the gale force winds to blow. Shovel up the cards and let the liquor flow. My hurricane party got out of control. I'm lying in the gutter eating Tootsie Roll with red ant bites all over my ass, beating all my buddies with a baseball bat. Yeah, I told them not to charge me. They wouldn't listen. One of my friends was from somewhere else. He thought those ants were electricity in the grass from the hurricane. Somebody's girlfriend showed up by surprise, cookies in her hands and dollar signs in her eyes. I started dipping them cookies in scotch. Well, she won all my money and my pocket watch. Well, I passed out and I woke up The house was empty and so was my cup. From out on the front porch I heard 'em shout. I wished they'd come in so I could throw 'em out. A hurricane party got out of control. I'm lying in the gutter eating Tootsie Roll, with red ant bites all over my ass, beating all my buddies with a baseball bat. That's right. Everybody was wrestling out in the dirt. I laughed so hard till my stomach hurt. They saw me clean and they heard me laugh. They started charging at me and I grabbed the bat. My hurricane party got out of control. I'm lying in the gutter with the joints I roll, with red ant bites all over my ass, beating all my buddies with a baseball bat. Beating all my buddies with a baseball bat. Beating all my buddies with a baseball bat. Thanks very much, y'all. There's another song from the new record. Wrote it with my brother from another mother. My wife's got a twin, and her sister's husband has become one of my best friends. And he's a clever fellow with a way with words, and most of the lyrics are stuff that he either said or texted me. It's called Waypoints and Dive Joints. Waypoints and dive joints, high times and lows, I found you again by following those waypoints and dive joints. Sentimental because they're made up of all those memories of us. I'm still reasonably good looking, and if you blur your eyes, there's hair and plenty of it. It must be true, it rhymes. I'm just drinking and musing, reflecting as you do. Do you think you have a handle on how much I love you? There ain't no doubt about it, it's positively true. Those waypoints and dive joints led me back to you. Megan Swartz on the piano. I'm still reasonably good looking, and if you blur your eyes, there's hair and plenty of it. It must be true, it rhymes. I'm just drinking and musing, reflecting as you do. Do you think you have a handle on how much I love you? There ain't no doubt about it, it's positively true. Those waypoints and dive joints led me back to you. Thanks very much, y'all. This song here, in 2008, a buddy of mine was in town. He's a screenwriter from Los Angeles. And we'd written one song together because he wanted to write a song. He comes down every jazz fest. And he was in 2008, he said, hey, I got an idea. I just read this book. It's a New York Times bestseller. It's called 9 Lives, and I think we should write a musical. And I said, I think you need another drink. That's crazy talk. But then I started reading the book, and I couldn't get it out of my head. The book was about the years between Hurricane Betsy and Hurricane Katrina. But they weren't about the storms. They were about what happens between the storms, which is life. And those years happened to be the years of my life. And it became really interesting for me to write those songs after having lost everything in the flood. It was a way to process it without it being too personal. And one of the scenes in the book was Irma Thomas. in 1967 is singing at a street festival. And this young boy falls asleep just because her voice is so sensuous and warm. So I wrote a song and thought I'll hire a singer to play Irma for the record, you know. But then the guy who organized it, Chris Joseph, he said, I'm going to reach out. What can it hurt to ask? And we got Irma Thomas to come and play Irma Thomas, which was pretty great. You couldn't cast anybody better. And I really worked hard to make it something that she would want to sing. I listened to all her stuff from the mid-'60s. A lot of it was written by Alan Toussaint. The keys she sang in, the grooves she sang in, the kind of lyrics she even sang. And I was so pleased that when she arrived at the studio, the very first thing she said to me was, baby, you know what I like about this song? It sounds like something I recorded in '66. I said, well then, job well done. And so pleased that she recorded, but Carmela wanted to do a bit more stripped down version. It was a bit more Leonard Cohen does Paul Sanchez version. And I'm glad to do it. It's a song called Could Have Been Worse. And once again, the band will play with bravado. Hush, close the door, that's enough now. Leave it all alone. Yes, boys, it hurts bad, but it could have been worse. I'm so glad to see you out tonight. You're safe with me. Everything's gonna be all right. Life can be a mystery. Love can be a curse. And when things look bad, just remember, it could have been worse. Lie back in the grass while that sweet and low guitar plays. Let it wash over you like a hot summer Sunday. And if your puzzles missing pieces and there ain't nothing in your purse, when things look bad, just remember, it could have been worse. I'll take you where the mockingbirds play, and melodies, well, they float in on the breezes. And if you stay there, you'll find your sachet. Join in with your heart and sing the sweeter part. See, there's no time to cry when you're learning to fly. Let's get going, sweetheart. Close your eyes for now. Just let that rhythm flow through you. I will be your lullaby when you're suffering with the blues. And if you want a righteous remedy? Well, just listen to your nurse. And when things get bad, remember, just remember, it could have been worse. Could have been worse. Thanks very much, y'all. This next one is one I wrote with John Rankin about 3 years ago. John's one of the greatest guitar players New Orleans ever had. And he had this thing, he was playing an instrumental, and it just sang to me, and I started singing a song, and he went, "Damn you, Sanchez, that was an instrumental until now." But back in '93, I went on my first tour of Europe with my old rock band, Cowboy Mouth, and I'd never been out of New Orleans, really, and I was young, and I was going through some hard times, and when you're young, going through hard times, it's best to be as dramatic as possible about it. And I was being dramatic, and I was out drinking late after the show by myself, and it just felt so wonderful. It felt like I was in some movie set. I was somewhere that existed before our country even existed, and I started singing old Sinatra songs, actually, just loud in the street, and nobody cared. And in my mind, they didn't care because they couldn't understand what I was singing. They probably just thought I was a crazy drunk American, which I was. And then John had this song, and at the time, I felt so happy. I bought a postcard and mailed it to myself. It said that there's still magic in the world, and you got to believe. And that postcard sits on my piano. It was sitting where you played it at rehearsal the other day, and I thought, that song has come full circle. So this is called Mysterious Waltz by John Rankin and Paul Sanchez. And glad to have the talents of these folks to play something so beautiful as this. Don't play quite as slow as we did. Sounds like that's my bad. Like a child, I sing as I'm out walking Saint-Germain just before dawn. No one knows me, somehow I still belong. In the shops I see people like me, all business and humming along. Up all night, no familiar sights, it's different but feels like home. The world is filled with magic. If you want to see, close your eyes, imagine you're anywhere suddenly. It's more or less what I did expect. Suddenly I burst into song. Smiling, laughing, how could it be wrong? So I stop and greet people I meet in a language I don't understand. Happily free, a postcard to me from myself I've written again. The world is filled with magic. If you want to see, close your eyes, imagine you're anywhere suddenly. Filled with magic. If you want to see, Close your eyes, imagine you're anywhere suddenly. Like a child, I sing as I'm out walking Saint-Germain just before dawn. No one knows me, somehow I still belong. Thanks. Russell Welch and Megan Swartz there, once again. And Herman LeBeau on drums and Jason Jerzak on the bass guitar. This next one, that song was on an album called The Best Bards Know that came out in August. It was produced and arranged by a friend of mine who's my friend, my co-writer, and then became my producer. And again, Herman was complimenting the arrangements. And she's going to come up and sing a song from her last CD, which was called 9. Give it up for Carmela Rapazzo. We wrote this together. This is called Too Much in Love.
Paul Sanchez.
Could be the weather or the heat.
Maybe potholes in the street.
Well, it looks like the Saints are gonna suffer defeat.
In the past you would curse all the stars up above.
But not these days, 'cause you're too much in love.
A neighbor you could swear
He's making noises like a bear.
and nobody else in the neighborhood cares.
Now you let it go by, you're on some kind of high. Cooing like a dove, who's in love?
There's a lilt in your voice.
And every day you rejoice.
While you whistle some distracted tune.
You're completely over the moon.
Stuck in traffic in the rain.
Used to make you scream in vain.
Cursing like a sailor, only way more profane.
Now you're singing sweet songs no one's ever heard of. 'Cause these days you're too much. These days you're too much. These days you're too much in love.
It's all sweetness and light.
Your eyes shine way too bright.
Friends say we lost him too soon.
So completely over the moon.
Some guy on the plane
Is driving you so insane.
kicking your seat with a second line beat.
Now there once was a time you'd give him a shove. But these days you're too much. These days you're too much. These days you're too much in love. Carmela Rapazzo. Oh, good. We got plenty of time. Great. This one here, when the Katrina happened, I had lost my place and my stuff, and I was on the road with this band. We were playing in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, And I was looking dazed and confused. And these folks, very nice, came up and said, hey, we lost everything 10 years ago. We own a resort, an island off the coast of Belize. Why don't you come down and stay with us for 2 weeks, and you'll see how you come back. So I was supposed to go down for 2 weeks, and instead I quit the band the night before I left and stayed for 3 months. If you ever lose everything you own, I highly advise going to an island in the Caribbean. You might not figure anything out. I didn't, but it was really fun. I stayed basically until they said you really have to leave now. But it was awesome, and I didn't learn to speak Spanish, but I learned to write songs in Spanish, which for me is even better. And when I split, I wrote them this song. It's called Adios San Pedro. Mi guitarra canta una canción de Adiós San Pedro, no lágrimas, no tristezas. Yo volveré otra vez un día. Ay, San Pedro, las playas, el sol quema nuestros bellos corazones. Ay, San Pedro, yo volveré otra vez un día. Eternamente, eternamente, de ola en ola, yo te sigo esperando con confianza en el cielo, el mar y el paso de las arenas y el tiempo. Ay, San Pedro, las playas, el sol quema nuestros bellos corazones. Ay, San Pedro, yo volveré otra vez un día. Mirando las estrellas que recuerdan a San Pedro como fosforosa en el mar de la noche. Russell Welch, y'all. Mi guitarra canta una canción de Adiós San Pedro. Ay, San Pedro, las playas, el sol quema nuestros bellos corazones. Ay, San Pedro, yo volveré otra vez un día. Yo volveré otra vez un día. En verano, en primavera, todos los años, todos los días, yo volveré otra vez un día. Thanks very much, y'all. I have a very special guest this evening. He produced my latest CD and hot off of another gig on trumpet, the incomparable Shamar Allen. Give him a hand, y'all. So this song here I lost my voice in 2018. I couldn't sing for 4 years. And while I was out of commission, my wife bought me a piano at an estate sale. And I taught myself some piano and tried to learn some jazz songs, which led me to this record with Shamar. I decided to write my own. This one is about her. It's for Allison. We were in love when we were 19, but she wanted to have kids, and I wanted to see the world with my songs. So we went our separate ways, and 36 years later, we bumped into each other. And her kids were grown men, and I'd seen the world with my songs, and we got back together. It's been 9 years now. We're married 6 years. So this is called Love Always Finds a Way. You're sound asleep, and I'm up late with my memories of you and me, and the years that couldn't be. But love always finds a way, and it found its way back to you and me. I could be wrong. This could be a familiar song, or perhaps it's simply that we were meant to be. But love always finds a way, and it found its way back to you and me. I still blush when I feel the rush of your touch going straight to my head, and I feel flush when I hear you gush about following where our hearts led. And when you wake, I'll wait until your second cup, when I know you're up, and allow myself to interrupt and say love always finds a way, and it found its way back. Love always finds a way, and it found its way back. Love always finds a way, and it found its way back to you and me. Shamar Allen, y'all. I still blush when I feel the rush of your touch going straight to my head, and I feel flush when I hear you gush about following where our hearts led. And when you wake, I'll wait until your second cup, when I know you're up, and allow myself to interrupt and say love always finds a way. And it found its way back. Love always finds a way, and it found its way back. Love always finds a way, and it found its way back to you and me. Shamar Allen, y'all. Thank you very much. I wrote this next song with a buddy of mine up in Wellfleet, Cape Cod. Been friends for a long time. And he sent me these lyrics a couple years ago, and I got a grant from the Threadhead Cultural Foundation to thank you very much. I love those guys, to make the record with Shamar. But then Shamar started working with Cyril Neville. And, you know, Cyril's a little bit more well-known than me, and I was happy to take a back seat to an amazing new record from Cyril. So it took a little while. My buddy, he had written a song, and it was his first time getting a song out. So he calls me, he said, when's this album coming out? I said, well, I don't know, I'm working with Shamar, he's got a lot going on. And he kept on hounding me, so I did the record in June to satisfy him, to say, okay, he said, you know, actually what happened was, Carmela said, look, while you're waiting for Shamar, I'll do a record with you. And we'll do it this way, and we'll do your friend's record, but I want you to sing it in French. So I said, okay, great. And I did. So I called him and said, hey, it's coming out on this record, and it's in French. And he said, well, that's great. He's an Irish guy from Boston, you know. He goes, yeah, that's great, Paulie. Could you do a version like John Prine would do it? Hence the album on my iPhone with me on acoustic guitar. So this is the only song that's on all three of my new records, in a different form every single time. And it's called Same Old Sunset. One, two, three. G, sorry. That same old sunset I've seen so many times. Those same old streaks that light up gold in the sky. Darkness, oh darkness, you're never far behind. That summer's sweet August, she and I did fly. Sunset, oh sunset, that same old sunset, by and by. That same old sunset, I heard familiar sighs. Tequila, how you loosened those jeans from her thighs. Darkness, oh darkness, you're never far behind. I never saw her coming, still she was quite the find. Sunset, oh sunset, that same old sunset, by and by. Smile, y'all. That same old sunset I've seen so many times. When she went away, all I could do was wonder why. Darkness, oh darkness, you're always on my mind. The warmest day I've ever known, still I hang my head and cry. Sunset, oh sunset, that same old sunset, by and by. Same old sunset, that same old sunset. Again, Shamar. The record is available in the lobby as you're coming in, and I'll be out there afterwards if anybody still buys CDs or records, that kind of thing. And the guy who designed the cover for the Love Always Finds a Way that Shamar produced is here tonight. It's a really beautiful drawing of me sitting there lounging as if I were Frank Sinatra. And he's back there. His name's Eric Gernhauser. Give him a hand, y'all. All the broken-hearted artists chasing stories from the past, searching for those who departed, ghosts of love that did not last. All the broken-hearted artists with their self-made brand of scorn, trying to find a place that's honest, surely there to be reborn. Will they one day carry on, lift their voice and make a sound, let it go and be set free, get to where they long to be? The broken-hearted artists, will they ever make it home, find the place where it all started, know again they're not alone? All the broken-hearted artists, will they ever make it home? Find the place where it all started. Know again, they're not alone. All the broken-hearted artists, all the broken-hearted artists. Have some fun with this band. What a great band, right? Shamar Allen on trumpet, Megan Swartz on piano, Russell Welsh on guitar, Jason Jerzak on bass, and the great Herman LeBeau on drums back there. We're keeping it real special. This is the title cut of the record that Carmela produced. This is called The Best Bards Know. On the record, it has great Mark Bro from Preservation Hall on trumpet. But we got Shamar tonight, because it's all about him and me right now. Yeah, blues and C. You got it. Night, don't make a sound. You just stay out of sight. Tommy got a gun stuffed in his shirt tight. These disfigured streets and the whores lacerate you, but the best bards know where not to go. The best bards know where not to go. Jesus along the alleyway, pilgrims drunk on wine, sneaking down the subway, ready to sup or dine. When evening is dark, you can't save a soul. The best bards know where not to go. The best bards know where not to go. How many dawns have we been through? Bridges over harbors, weary and blue. And how many more dawns will there be? More time for you and more time for me. The lamp light's white with dire suspicion. Blood means nothing down by the mission, and we'll die in these ditches. without ever bending, and the best bards know love has no ending. The best bards know love has no ending. Shavar Allen. How many storms have we been through? Bridges over harbors, weary and blue. And how many more dawns will there be? More time for you and more time for me. Night, don't make a sound. You just stay out of sight. Tommy got a gun stuffed in his shirt tight. We'll die in these ditches without ever bending, and the best bards know love has no ending. The best bards know love has no ending. The best bards know love has no ending. We're going to just do Love is Blind and finish it out. So back in 2008, like we met right after Katrina. We were still in our old bands and getting ready to go solo. And I was playing an in-store with my old band at Louisiana Music Factory. And it was after Katrina, so we were covering Randy Newman's Louisiana. They're trying to wash us away. And this young man I did not know, with a trumpet and dreadlocks, stepped on stage and played a beautiful solo in the middle of the song, and then just stepped off the stage. And afterwards, I got to the mic and I said, well, that was really beautiful. I don't know who that was, but that was really beautiful. He stepped back on the stage, and with his face hidden by his hair, he said, well, it's hard to play when you're crying. And I knew we were going to be friends, and we have been for 20 years now, Shamar. But he's a lot younger than me. And even though he calls me uncle, we're not related. But y'all see, you know, yeah. But he called me in 2008, and he was discovering rock and roll. He was really, I ruined him. He was an honest jazz artist, and I brought him into rock and roll. And he called me and said, Uncle Paul, we got to make a record together. I just saw Johnny Cash and Louis Armstrong on YouTube. I said, great, what you got in mind? He said, well, I want to do old people's music like you like, and I'll sing it, and young people's music like I like, and you sing it, which is how I came to write my first and only hip-hop song. But he came to the studio one day, and he said he'd seen hand-painted on the back of a car the words, love is blind, has no color, painted on somebody's car. And he said, I wrote a chorus for that. I want you to write the verse. And so we did, and it's one of my favorite songs to play. I'm glad he's here to do it with me. And it is my only hip-hop song.
Love is blind, love has no color. What I'm trying to say is we should love one another. It's written in a good book, that's how it's supposed to be. Love is blind, love has no color. Treat everybody like a sister or brother. That's what my mom and my dad always said to me.
See, I was born in a different time. In my neighborhood, love sure wasn't colorblind. Grew up hearing, stick to your own kind. Everybody fighting for what was theirs, though we had so little that we shouldn't have cared. But when you're taught to live in fear, you live there. Catholic school where it seemed to me that the Lord loved the people with the do-re-mi, and if you got no money, you invisible, you see. Third grade, I remember it still. In the schoolyard heard Dr. King was killed. One of the other kids laughed. Even at 10 years old, it made me ill.
Said love is blind, love has no color. What I'm trying to say is we should love one another. It's written in a good book, that's how it's supposed to be. Love is blind, love has no color. Treat everybody like a sister or a brother. That's what my mom and my dad always said to me.
And pain and fear can do their part, drop by drop upon the heart. You pull yourself together, but not till you fall apart. Started running and falling fast, leaving space between me and my past, leaving pieces of me like bits of broken glass. Bridging the gap, it took me years for my eyes to see and ears to hear that light surrounds us, waiting to appear. Some people see the world and wonder why. Some people never even ever bother to try. I'm one of the people who still believe we can fly.
Love is blind, love has no color. What I'm trying to say is we should love one another. It's written in the good book, that's how it's supposed to be. Love is blind, love has no color. Treat everybody like a sister or a brother. That's what my mom and my dad always said to me.
Now I let things come and go. I walk the way the wind blows. My heart is broken as the Gulf of Mexico. It's a long way from there to here. Step by step, year to year, the longest journey begins with one single tear. If love is blind and it has no color, and hope is something we can give each other, then I still have hope for the son of every mother.
Love is blind. blind, love has no color. What I'm trying to say is we should love one another. It's written in the good book, that's how it's supposed to be.
Sing it, baby. Love is blind.
Love is blind, love has no color. Treat everybody like a sister or a brother. That's what my mom and my dad always said.
Love
to
is
me.
blind.
I think y'all got it, now let's go. Love is blind, love has no color. What I'm trying to say is we should love one another. It's written in the good book, that's how it's supposed to be. I can't hear you. I said, love is blind, love has no color. Treat everybody like a sister or a brother. That's what my mom and my dad always said to me. Now by your damn self. Come on. I say,
we should love one another. It's written in the good book. That's how it's supposed to be. Got one more shot. 2, 3, 4. Love is blind. Love has no color. Treat everybody like a sister or a brother. That's what my mom and my dad always said to me.
make some noise for yourselves one time, yeah.
We got time for one more, but I want to thank the Friends of the Cabildo for allowing me to play here tonight. Give them a big hand. I want to thank the crew with the Jazz Museum. They're really great to me, and it sounds amazing here. Give these guys a hand. It's really just top-notch stuff. There's a gentleman in the audience. I've known him for a long time, but I really got to be friends with him recently. And he's shy. He's been helping me out a bunch, and he is the manager of the legendary blues guitar player Tab Benoit, and Samantha Fish, who's amazing as well, and he has taken it upon himself to help an old guy try and get on track again since I got my voice back. And he has actually hired a director to make a documentary about my life and songs. His name is Reuben Williams. He's sitting in the back of the room. Thank you, baby. Appreciate you. I started the evening here at the Jazz Museum with a song by me and John Boutte, and it seems only fitting I end the same way. John and I have been friends for a long time now, since '98. We met at somebody's backyard in the French Quarter in a party, and he sings high, I sing low, and we just fit. And we found out we were born a year apart and a couple of days apart. Had a lot of things in common. You know, like we both went to Catholic school. We both were raised by a gaggle of sisters, and both had lost our fathers at a young age. But there was a lot of differences. Two guys, one from the Irish Channel, white, and the other one from the Treme, growing up in New Orleans in the 60s. Like, for instance, we couldn't have ridden on the same part of a city bus together because of segregation. And we were discussing the differences and the similarities in our lives as we were walking at the end of Canal Street by the cemeteries. And he pointed to one of the cemeteries just a couple blocks away, and he said, "You know what, baby, my father's buried there." I said, "Man, that's one more thing we got in common. My daddy's buried right across the street." And he smiled at me, he said, "You know what, baby, black or white, we all gonna meet at the foot of Canal Street." I said, "Well, that's a natural fact. Let's go back to my house and write that song." So we went back to my house, and I said, "Look, I was raised in the Irish Channel. We didn't have any second-line funerals, but I'd like this to be like something that could be played at somebody's second-line funeral. So I know you grew up with that culture. Tell me about it, because on the outside looking in, it looks so holy and so beautiful and so spiritual." And he smiled at me real sly, like a smile I've come to fear since. And he said, "Well, baby, you know, it's beautiful and all, but mostly the bitches wonder what the other bitches are gonna be wearing." And he said, "Mostly the men are carrying a flask in their hip pocket waiting for the band to kick it so they can kick that flask." I said, "Great, let's put that in the song, you know." And I asked him what would be the most special thing could happen at a jazz guy's funeral. He explained to me that the jazz guys called Louis Armstrong Pops. And he said, "Baby, if Pops was still alive and he'd go blow walk on at your funeral, you'd think he was already in heaven." I said, "Great, let's put that into." And I'm honored to say that in the 20 years, or 20-something years since we wrote it, 28 years now, it's actually been used to walk some people over to the other side, and that is an honor. And when I sing it at shows, it's special to me for those reasons. And I ask people to sing along. The chorus is just simple, "At the foot of Canal Street." But I don't ask you to sing along because it is fun to sing along at shows, which it is. I ask you to sing along because there's somebody who helped you be the person that's been sitting in front of me all night. And that person can't be with you anymore to sing along. But if you sing from the heart, they'll be with us in this room again, because that's where they'll live for the rest of your life, right there in your heart. So the song starts out in what they call walk time, because when the band leaves the church, it's slow. It's a dirge. They're sad to see you go. But when they hit the street, they kick it. Not because they're happy to see you go, But because they're going to help you dance over to the other side, your pain's over. And we're down here to dance on it. And so we're going to start in walk time, and then we'll take you there. Don't waste your time being angry when a moment's much better with a smile. And if you feel your time's been wasted here for a while, standing at the bus stop, I was just across from Kraus, and I'm waiting for the driver to take me to my heavenly house. And I'll see you there at the foot of Canal Street. What will you wear at the foot of Canal? What will the band be playing at the foot of Canal? Will the people be saying at the foot of Canal? Does your father lie there? Does your mother pray? Yeah. I want to put on my golden crown at the foot of Canal Street. And when the levee banks have overflowed and the streetcar has seen its day, when all is gone, the plantations, hallelujah, the Treme and the Vucare, you know I'll be swinging to that music. I'll be up on higher ground where Pops is blowing Walk On up with Gabriel Mega Secret Sound. And I'll see you there at the foot of Canal Street. And what will you wear at the foot of Canal? What will the band be playing at the foot of Canal? What will the people be saying at the foot of Canal? Does your father lie there? Does your mother pray? Yeah. I want to put on my golden crown at the foot of Canal. Megan Swartz on the piano one more time tonight. Help me out now, and I'll see you there at the foot of Canal Street. And what will you wear at the foot of Canal? What will the band be playing at the foot of Canal? What will the people be saying at the foot of Canal? Does your father lie there? Does your mother pray? Yeah. I want to put on my golden crown at the foot of Canal. Russell Welch, one more time tonight. And I'll see you there at the foot of Canal Street. What will you wear at the foot of Canal? What will the band be playing at the foot of Canal? What will the people be saying at the foot of Canal? Does your father lie there? Does your mother pray? Yeah. I want to put on my golden crown at the foot of One more time for Shamar Allen, y'all, my dear friend. So don't waste your time being angry when a moment's much better with a smile. And if you feel your time's been wasted here for a while. And I was standing at the bus stop. I was just across from Kraus, and I was waiting for the driver to take me to my heaven. This is your last chance. I'll see you there at the foot of Canal Street. What will you wear at the foot of Canal? What will the band be playing at the foot of Canal? What will the people be saying at the foot of Canal? Does your father lie there? Does your mother pray? Yeah. I want to put on my golden crown at the foot of Canal. One more time, let's do that chorus. I'll see you there at the foot of Canal Street. What will you wear at the foot of Canal? What will the band be playing at the foot of Canal? What will the people be saying at the foot of Canal? Does your father, does your mother, does your brother lie there? I want to put on my golden crown. I want to lay my burden down. I'll be moving up to higher ground at the foot of Canal Street. At the foot of Canal Street. Thank y'all very much. I'm Paul Sanchez. Thank y'all for being here with me. Appreciate you. Give it up for the band. Herman LeBeau, Jason Jerzak, Russell Welch, Shamar Allen, and the wonderful Megan Schwartz on that piano. Thank y'all.